another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, because representation for me is very, very important, no matter what industry, whatever the case may be. And for you, you're kind of in two boxes in terms of you're a minority because you are a Latino, you're a minority because you're the first openly gay wrestler signed to Impact Wrestling. And it's been interesting. I was lucky enough to talk to Jeremy Lin, where he was trailblazing his path in the NBA, becoming one of the first like Asian superstars in the NBA. And for him, he's like, I just wanted to play basketball professionally and make the NBA. He didn't have it in his head what it meant to be that person and everything that comes along with it. I want to ask you, for you, is that kind of the same deal where you're like, dude, I just want to wrestle, and what it's meant for you being this, this beacon of light for people to look at you and go, hey, if he can do it, I can do it.
When I was first starting this journey, it was like I just wanted to wrestle, right? But then the deeper that I got in the journey, the more I realized the impact that, no pun intended, that that I'm having being the first openly gay male wrestler signed to Impact Wrestling. I am starting to realize that it's breaking down barriers that, were once seen as unbreakable, and opening doors for others down the line to where, there will be more LGBTQ people in wrestling at once. I believe that when it comes to that, you don't realize it until you're deep in it, right? Until I
Yeah, because
get
you just want to wrestle, like I was saying, like that's not even in your mind. You're like, I just want to do this. This is what I love.
exactly, but at the same time, it's an amazing responsibility that's put on your shoulders, because now, because of it, it almost makes you want to be a better person, so that, the people that come after you see what you did, not just inside the ring but outside the ring, because I feel like that's just as important, if not even more important, than
In
what you
this
do.
day and age too, I can imagine that's like an immense, that just is like kind of what I'm saying is like the pressure that was unexpected. That has to be a lot, right?
Yes, yes, in that, I feel like the pressure that's a lot really is to be the best in there. You know what I mean? When it comes to performing. The other pressure is like welcome pressure. It's like, okay, I'm pressured to be a good person, but this is what I was anyways before then. It's just, more so now, because you got this magnifying glass on you, where you know that if you mess up, as messed up as it is, people will gather the whole community, and use that as a, oh, this is what happens if you hire a gay guy. But
They'll
in
pull
that
the
same
string,
breath,
basically. They'll take all of that.
yeah, but in that same breath, when we do amazing things as LGBTQ performers, it also helps build up uh what an LGBTQ performer is. So, it's great. It's very welcome pressure, if that makes any sense.
No, it is, and I love it, and I appreciate that you're not shying away from that, because it's immense and it's huge in what you're doing. So I salute you and thank you very much for what you do. And it kind of speaks to, there's been a running theme for people that are listening, like we've been fortunate enough this year and last year to talk to a lot of talent from Impact. And a phrase that gets brought up a lot from the talent is freedom. Freedom to try things out, freedom to do this, speak on this, have communication, communication with the talent, with people behind the scenes. For you being an Impact, how has that experience been, and who are some of the people that you've kind of gotten closer with, and started really strong relationships with within the company?
So when it comes to freedom, I think I 1,000% agree. I remember, for example, one of the past matches for the past few weeks, it was Giselle Shaw versus Savannah Evans. And at one point I was gonna get on the rope and distract the ref. And jokingly, I was like, I'll go to a ref and I'll distract him like a 2002 diva, and try to seduce him. And our producer for that match was Lance Storm. And I pulled him aside and I was like, hey, would it be cool if I did that actually? Because no, what, you see women doing it all the time. You never seen a male manager do that on TV, really, right? And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, go for it. Get your, you know what I mean? Get your character over." And to me, it's like, whoa, the fact that they're open to you suggesting stuff as long as it makes sense, it's pretty awesome. And as far as people who I've grown a lot with, or grown, good connections with backstage, Tommy Dreamer for one. He's the one who, gave me the big call on the phone. And not only that, but I'll never forget my first ever Impact taping. One of the guys that was working the venue, a security guard hired by the venue, not by Impact Wrestling, but hired by the venue, was looking at me weird. And I made a comment backstage and I was like, "Oh, this guy's looking at me weird. Maybe he wants, as a joke or whatever." And Tommy overheard it. He's like, "Hey, is anybody giving you a problem?" And I said, "No, no, no, no. Just, the guy looked at me weird, but whatever, who cares?" And he's like, "Okay, well, if anybody ever does give you a problem, you let me know and I'll handle that."